My name is Adrian, and today I will present a digital marketing strategy for family, a money app built for Latino families in the United States. The whole strategy comes down to one word: trust. And let me show you why. Family, it's a mobile app that lets a family manage money together rather than one person at a time. That matters because in Latino households, money decisions are made as a family. And the market is large. More than 65 million people served today only by English-only tools built for individuals. What it does is simple. One shared wallet, automatic receipt scanning, and a bilingual money coach. The opportunity is a big market nobody has served properly, and the challenge is honest. We are asking careful families to trust us with their money, and we have no brand behind us yet. Everything that follows is designed to solve that. So let's have a look at the market. My argument here is that the US Latino segment isn't a slice of the American market. It's a market of its own, with its own language, own platforms, own culture and rules. Four things define it. First of all, the customer. Money decisions are made as a family, not alone. High mobile use, but low trust in banks. Governments work on how trust forms support this. People start by simply complaining and then identify with a source, then internalize it. Where they are, what's happening TikTok, drive daily life. And finance content in Spanish is generally hard to find. High demand, low supply. The competitors are Chime, Varo, Venmo, and Clio, and others. Those are the ones that I know. Are built for one person, and of course in English. Nobody serves the household. That's our gap. And the rules CCPA limits how data can be used. We never store immigration status. And our coach gives guidance, never license financial advice. That's a by design, was a decision by design. It's not a disclaimer. Two established frameworks shape how we build and how we sell. On the left, Hugh and Rust describe three kinds of AI, and we use all three. It reads, scanning receipt automatically, so we learn real spending from day one. It thinks sporting patterns, so we know which households to reach, and it cares a bilingual coach that speaks the family language and values. Each one gives us both product feature and marketing advantage. On the right, how we go to the market, drawing on tongues and colleagues, a product that fits a sure wallet for the whole family where they already are inside WhatsApp and TikTok. Free to start, no cost up, from removes the reason to say no, and time to payday when money decisions actually happen. One more point from Goes and Hand at launch, who builds the app matters more than star ratings. We don't have reviews yet, so we lead with credibility. Here is the strategy. Our position is clear. The first money app built for the Latino immigrant family, not an individual by itself. The objectives come in two phases. In the first 6 months, 10,000 active users, 25% upgrading to paid, and a rating of 4.5 or even better. Then months 7 to 18, 50,000 active families with 40% of running costs covered by subscriptions. These are the launch benchmarks, and they tie directly to the business goal, providing the model works before we scale it. The three channels, and each one is the deliberate choice. First, teach before selling, a Spanish language guide answering the money questions families actually search for. We help first and earn the right to ask later. Second, trust voices, small bilingual creators our audience already believes. Research by Osm shows share values matter far more than follower counts. So we are not buying reach, we are borrowing trust. from the creators that I was talking about. The third, the word of mouth, WhatsApp groups, hometown associations, and churches where families are ready to share advice with each other. And notice what's missing, the mass advertising. That's intentional. The budget shows it, of course. On a first year budget of $500,000, 35% to Spanish Content Hub, 30% of creators and community, 20% to paid ads, and 15% to making the apps useful the moment someone opens it. The logic is simple. 65% goes to trust-based channels because with this audience, credibility wins, not budget. Ads are capped at 20% because broad advertising doesn't work well with a cautious audience, of course, and that last 15% exists because if the first use of the app isn't useful, nothing else matters. 18 months for stage, months 1 to 3, build trust, publish the guide, partner with creators, start with WhatsApp communities. Months 4 to 9, launch, release the app with community campaigns, then add targeted ads. Months 10 to 14, grow, the paid plan and coach go live, and referrals to the work. And months 15 to 18, redefine, review what's working and adjust pricing and messaging. Notice something important, we build the audience before we launch the product, not after. 4 questions to tell us if it's working. Are people joining? Active users, and what each one cost us? Are they using it? Families active each week, receipts scan, conversations with a coach. Are they paying? How many upgrades and how much of the cost that covers? And are they staying? Users still active after 19 days and how many friends they are bringing with them. Each measure links back to an objective and we review them every phase. 3 real risks that I've seen and what we do about each. Privacy and trust. Families are cautious about sharing data. Tongue's research shows the tension between personalizing and intruding. So data stays on the device. We follow CCPA and never store immigration status. As low start, people leave if the value isn't immediate. So one receipt scan gives a useful insight in the very first session. And advice limits. AI can give licensed financial advice. So the coach offers guidance with clear wording and firm limits. That's an ethical line, and we build the product around it. 3 questions I'd expect from you, of course. How do we build trust with no reviews yet? We started inside small WhatsApp groups with trust local creators. So the first users hear about us from someone that already know. Can a free app really make money? Free entry removes the reason to say no, sorry. So once families use it regularly and see the value, upgrading it's an easy next step. It costs us far less than advertising. Is the budget realistic? Putting 65% into trust-based channels keeps our costs user low. Ads are capped and used only where we already know they are going to work. 2 things this project developed in me. First, turning theory into product, taking an academic framework and making into something a family can actually use, which meant connecting the technical side with how the brand speaks. Second, growing on a small budget, moving spend away from broad advertising towards focused local campaigns, and focusing on real numbers like cost per user rather than likes and impressions. Both fit my plan to grow into a strategy who can lead the product and the marketing conversation together. To sum up, Family doesn't compete on features, it competes on trust. Built in the right language, the right culture, and the right networks. These are the sources behind each decision. So yeah, thank you so much, and happy to take any questions in the future if needed.